Hi there. In this video, we're going to do a quick overview and review of Perseus Arcane Academy. Perseus Arcane Academy is a fantastic online learning platform for folks to learn about meditation, mindfulness, spirituality, and mystical traditions from both Eastern and Western practices. So, I'm a huge fan of Perseus. I've owned and purchased a lot of courses through Perseus, and I'm also one of the teachers, instructors on Perseus. And I've also interviewed a lot of the teachers at Perseus on my podcast. So I'm very familiar with the teachers, the all the contents, and want to kind of give people a quick overview of why they may want to spend more time on Perseus or interacting with this really wonderful online community. So Perseus is definitely one of the best, if not the best, course platform on the market that I've personally seen that covers serious spiritual, esoteric, and meditative development. There's definitely other teachers I really appreciate and whose teachings I value that have their own websites and contents, but I haven't really seen like a community come together like this amongst different teachers, different paths, disciplines that all have an intersectionality in that they want students to have autonomy, the capacity to do these teachings on their own, and to develop their skills. So that's the one thing I really, really value about Perseus. And all the teachers on there, and the ones I've spoken to at least, have been peer vetted, cross examined, and they're people who walk their talk. They're people who actually do the practices that they teach, that they share. And there's a lot of people who don't mean what they say or who present themselves inauthentically when it comes to spirituality and meditative and yoga arts. There's a lot of hypocrisy. What I've observed and noticed is that the people who have been vetted through the platform don't seem to have this tendency. Like they are who they say they are and who they present themselves as, which for me is a great sigh of relief. And I've spoken with many of these teachers at length for hours or longer through podcasts or spending time with them in person. So for myself, I personally know that and appreciate that and feel relief knowing that I don't have to worry so much that these people have been vetted, and having practiced with them also one on one, I know that their stuff works. So I've also noticed that I really enjoy learning from these other teachers, even though I also teach on the platform as well. And that's another thing for me that helps me distinguish Perseus from other sites is that I actually want to learn from it too. And I'm always excited when new courses get released. Like I love looking at the course outlines or even enrolling in different courses from teachers. And and I love that attitude that for me that I get to have like a beginner's mindset and continue to learn things even if some materials are similar overlap, there's always unique angles or perspectives that deeply enrich my own practice. So yeah, there's also tons of free content through the site. They have free courses, free blog posts, and also there's some really high quality free courses. One of them that I really like is 60 Skills 3 Transformations course. As far as free courses go, that one is excellent. It walks you through a several step process to work with the three body model that I work with, that Mark Rasmus works with, that Franz Barden works with working with vital energy, astral energy, mental energy, akashic energy, and so on and so forth, and teaches one how to transfer or convert alchemically energy between these different states, right? From vital to astral, from astral to mental, mental to akasha, and from akasha, pull from akasha non-dual light. And also it's other equivalents in other languages, right? Like Jing, Qi, Shen, Wuji, etc. So it gives you that alchemical process for free, and it gives you a really nice taste introduction into the 60 skills framework. There's also some other great ones. There's one that was recently released by a teacher named Nathan, who's awesome and someone I practiced with and worked with, and I really like his materials and his teaching style as well. There's the Introduction to Magic course that's free by Andrea Conciencia, and I've interviewed him on the podcast before. Wonderful person to speak with. I've also gone through his course on ceremonial magic, which is fantastic. So there's a lot of stuff to explore with that. There's also the first three steps to initiation course, which is a really awesome commentary on Franz Barton's Initiation in Hermetics by Clint Sabam. And there's also, he has a second part to that course later on that's paid, but the first is just having a primer for the first three steps is plenty to get someone going and get really comfortable with the material. So really generous, really thoughtful, and it's great for the people who are practicing Western Hermetic magic in the style of Franz Bart. Another course that's really nice is one made by the site founder, which is about Hermetic fundamentals, and it's like a text-based course. It used to be through email, it may still be, and it's just nice. It has little practice exercises to do or little commentaries and so forth that are fun to play with, fun to work through. And there's a new one on the site that I've not enrolled in yet or looked at, but it's called Movement Mastery through Kung Fu. And that's could be a really cool one to look at if someone's more into martial applications or internal martial arts. It could be a really cool way to integrate and play with these. So another thing I really like about Perseus too is that in the course experience itself, going through courses or going through the blog or scrolling through stuff, is that the website is really fast. Now, for myself, usually if a website's loading a little too slow, I might click away from it. Recently, I've even updated my own website because I found it to be too slow. So I just recently removed a lot of stuff so I could have quicker speeds. And Perseus has never had that issue. It's really fast. It's easy to move around, navigate, open up new tabs, or watch videos. And the videos are really load up really quickly too. So there's tons of pros. There's tons of really awesome things going on with Perseus. And now I'm going to cover a few cons. For one, it's not like a huge community. Depending on who you are, this is good or bad, right? Sometimes you can make a small community out of a big one, but you can't make a big community out of a small community. Maybe with more time, definitely, but if you don't like it, then you may not like it for a while until it grows or there's more people who are similar to you. So some people just like being a part of a larger communities, or they like the anonymity of that. But for me personally, I like being more intimate. I like to get to know people in an online community or in-person community. And I like that about Perseus. It's small enough that I get to know my students or course members. I get to know the other teachers and instructors. And very likely you'll have that same type of relationship too if you're in one of these courses or you join the Discord or the Facebook group for Perseus. So yeah, and as of right now, as of early 2025, at the time of this recording, there are not yet private forums that accompany the courses, but I've spoken with the site admin and he is adding this feature pretty soon. So there's going to be some site revisions going on in 2025 that are going to be really nice, give the site a lot of easy access and make the experience even more streamlined and enjoyable for course members. So there's going to be some really nice site updates and website speed increases and all sorts of things. But website speed's already great, but it's just going to get continuously better. And a lot more courses are also rolling into and some new instructors and teachers. So really exciting stuff. So my conclusion for this is if you feel drawn to Perseus or you really like the community that you've seen so far from it, I invite you to check out their free courses. It's a really great way to get a tester or feel it out. And if you feel more adventurous, you can feel free to check out their premium courses like my Initiation Hermetics Masterclass, my Reiki Healing Pro class, my Evocation Vocation or Kabbalah classes. You can check those out. Or the various classes from 60 Skills. Mark Rasmus's Elastic Force Qigong is now available through Perseus. And Andre Conscientious's courses are really great as well. They have Raid del Sol. A lot of people who are advanced and really highly competent in meditative spiritual arts are on Perseus and love it. So there's a reason for that. The community is tight. Really, we're all really looking out for each other, and I can't speak highly enough about it. So if that seems compelling to you, if that resonates with you, I'd be thrilled and honored to see you at Perseus.